It was 3:12 a.m., and I was kneeling in the snow outside Rasa Hall Memorial. My son's body was burning up against my chest, and the wind felt like knives across my back. Elian's breaths came out in shallow puffs, spaced too far apart. His eyelashes were crusted with tears, and his fingers trembled as they gripped my coat. I tried the ER door again. Locked. We'd already been turned away twice. They said I didn't have his insurance documents once, that had been revoked months ago by the person who should have cared most. My hands were numb, my knees ached, but I didn't notice. All I saw was him, his tiny lips now tinged blue. I called her again. No answer. Voicemail, please. Kara, he's not breathing right. Just help him, please. My voice cracked, and the message cut off. She was busy, celebrating a birthday with wine glasses, clinking in her arms around her high school sweetheart Nathan. I knew because she posted the photos. Red dress, sparkling earrings. Her caption read, "With the one who still makes me smile like a schoolgirl." As I rocked Elian on that frozen curb outside the hospital, those photos burned in my mind. Her laughter echoed in my ears while my son's life slipped from his body. And then, he went still. At first I thought he'd fallen asleep. I whispered his name, shook him, lightly, "Elian, baby." No response. Then I screamed. A scream so raw it tore from somewhere far beneath the lungs. The kind that doesn't echo, it just sinks. A couple walking by slowed for a moment, looked, then turned away. To them, I was just a homeless father and a sick kid. Another tragedy they didn't want to inherit. That was the night I stopped being her husband. That was the night I lost the title of father. That was the night everything died. Kara and I had met at a charity drive at Westmont University. I was there for free pizza and extra credit. She was pre-med, confident, intimidating in her quiet strength. I spilled juice on my pants trying to talk to her. She laughed. Nice first impression. We ended up talking until 2 a.m. on a bench under the oak tree in front of the student union. She said she wanted to open a women's health clinic for rural mothers. I said I wanted to build apps that actually mattered. We made fun of influencers, shared meals, fell in love. We married young, our savings, bought a second-hand ring and a $3,000 wedding in our aunt's backyard. She cried during the vows, said I made her feel home. We moved into a rented one-bedroom above an old bookstore. I still remember her dancing in oversized clothes, humming while she made lentils on the stove. Elian came a year later, our miracle baby. She changed after him, but I chalked it up to exhaustion. I worked double shifts as a back-end developer at a startup in Orange City. She returned to med school rotations. We barely slept, but when we did, I held her close. I kept believing the love was still there even if it was buried under stress. But slowly, her warmth began to turn cold. Her hugs grew brief, her eyes wandered. There were long calls at night, perfume I didn't recognize. Study groups she couldn't explain. I asked gently, always gently. She said I was imagining things, that I was controlling. Then came the lie that broke everything. One Friday, I came home early. Elian was with my sister. I had cooked her favorite spicy dumplings and egg fried rice. She walked in at midnight, heels in hand, lipstick smeared. She said she was at the hospital on emergency duty. Her ID badge was still on the coat hook. The next morning, I found her phone unlocked. Photos, a bed I didn't recognize. His arm around her waist. Her in lingerie I'd never seen. Nathan, her high school boyfriend. The one who ghosted her at prom. The same one she had cried about in my arms during college. "I didn't mean for this to happen," she said when I confronted her. "But with him, I feel alive again." Alive. That's what I wasn't. I was safe. Days later, she left without a goodbye. She drained our joint account, cut Elian off our health plan, and moved in with Nathan in downtown Oran. And then, Elian fell sick. I tried clinics, hospitals, begged for help, but without insurance or funds, they turned us away. I called her, told her his fever wasn't breaking, that he was coughing blood. She said, "I'll see if I can send something later." She never did. And so I wandered the streets of Oran with my son in my arms, wrapped in a threadbare blanket, as the cold took his final warmth from him. I didn't sleep for days, couldn't eat. That street corner became a cemetery for my soul. But inside the grief, Something woke up a fire. I gathered everything. Screenshots of their affair, bank statements, the date and time she revoked our son's insurance, audio of me pleading for help, video footage of us at the clinic being turned away. I submitted the documents to a legal aid clinic. An old friend from college, now a junior attorney, took my case. She was sued for medical neglect and abandonment. The court date came. She arrived with sunglasses and a lawyer in a sharp suit. Said she was emotionally distressed and didn't know what she was doing at the time. I stood up, told the court how I begged her, how I watched our son die outside a hospital while she danced with her lover. The courtroom went silent. She lost the case and her license. Someone submitted the documents to the medical ethics board. Anonymous tip. Her license was suspended indefinitely pending investigation. Nathan left her. She texted me once. Can we talk? I didn't reply. I wrote everything. Every scream, every betrayal, every piece of Elian's memory. I titled it "The Night My Son Froze in My Arms." The blog exploded. Thousands shared it. Fathers cried. Mothers sent messages. Some recognized her. She deleted everything. Disappeared. But I didn't write it for revenge. Not truly. I wrote it to survive. I began volunteering at a support group for single fathers. Men discarded, abandoned, grieving. I sat with them, listened. We healed together. I don't track her anymore. I don't care where she lives, or who she's with. My revenge wasn't her downfall. It was my rise. It was the blog, the community, the resilience. It was the candle I light every year on January 14th. It's the balloon I release at the lake each spring. It's the children I help clothe, feed, and protect now because I couldn't protect my own. Elian was my heart. He still is. I carry him in every heartbeat, in every word I write, in every broken father I comfort. She thought she ended everything, but I was just beginning.